Nada ngomere telawa, go ngai tabua. Ando talita kana varronga na Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando maiviti.
In this bulletin, bank await regulator directives on COVID-19 assistance. Increase in emotional abuse and reoffending rates drop.
From the studios of FBC Suva.
The Association of Banks hopes there will be more discussions on how banks can help businesses severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Association President Sod Minam says they continue to encourage those that have the ability to repay loans to keep up with payments because interest will accrue for those granted deferments. Minam is hopeful there will be an announcement from banks and from regulators on how to support customers in need.
I did have a meeting with a lot of our customers. They're all worried. I think we as individuals across, we all should be worried about what's going to happen, and how fast we can get out of this. And these are the questions which everyone has. And I think that's the question which we need to answer. And the only way to answer is that we work together between the banks and the customers.
Fijians have been urged to participate in the public inquiry to be conducted by the Housing Authority. A special purpose audit and a public inquiry will look into allegations of irregularities and fraudulent transactions when allocating lots over the past 10 years. The audit will verify information and declarations provided by buyers against records with the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service, the Fiji National Provident Fund and the Titles Office. When questioned on whether any action will be taken against Fijians who have declared false information, Authority Board Chair Lorraine Sito highlighted that a full audit will also be carried out in that aspect.
When these reports come out, if there's further action required, it'll be given to the relevant authorities to take further action.
There have been increasing reports of emotional abuse and marital rape in the past 3 months. Fiji Women Crisis Center Coordinator Shamima Ali says many victims have called their office seeking help in these areas. Ali says there is a link between the increase and the fact that perpetrators have been staying home because they had lost their job or because of the lockdown. She adds the center has counseling services and also has helped men who called seeking advice on certain matters.
Men were at home 24/7. So there was physical violence, there was an increase in marital rape within the home. There was also a lot of emotional abuse, a lot of coercive control. He was controlling her every move, her phone, she couldn't call out, she couldn't talk to friends and family. So, all those things happened.
There has been a decrease in the reoffending rate of inmates in the past year. The Fiji Correction Service says recidivism in the past averaged 2.5% or about 59 reoffenders out of 2,433 inmates. Today, it's down to 1.5%, which the Correction Service says is proof that rehabilitation program is working. Senior Superintendent Salote Panapasa says the success of rehabilitation program is shown in the current drop in recidivism or reoffending statistics.
Recidivist in the sense that they return to our prison system within 2 years from the date of release. Compared to this year, as of today, we have about 42 recidivists, which is 1.5% compared to 2.5% last year. So there's a reduction in our recidivism rate.
The Fisheries Ministry anticipates a reduction in its 2020-2021 budget allocation. Minister Semi Correla-Visau says they understand these are hard times and funds will be needed in more urgent areas. He adds the ministry is ready to work with whatever allocation is given to them.
So for us, it's just putting it up another level for our work around coastal fisheries, in our work around solar power freezers, feds to improve, providing market and assisting the fishing communities to be able to fish more efficiently and have a surplus that they can generate income out of it. Secondly, we would like to see an increase in aquaculture.
Voluntary contributions to the Fiji National Provident funds have been impacted by the pandemic. Chief Executive Chauchi Koroi says everybody is going through a difficult time, but contributions are important as people will need the money when they retire. The minimum monthly repayment for voluntary members is $10, but these may be reviewed.
For the voluntary membership, we'll review that discussions. I think we'll also get feedback from our members. But we are also trying to go big with our digital platforms, including M-Paisa deductions and all these things.
The Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji continues taking positive steps to improving service by redesigning its systems and processes. An example of this is new uniforms for 26 enforcement officers who are based at 12 ports of call across the country. Transport Minister Fayaz Koya, while handing over the uniforms, urged the officers to be honest and transparent in their duties.
And the uniforms that they've been handed today goes with the hope that it will assist you in carrying out your duties diligently and with pride. And when you wear these uniforms, ladies and gentlemen, you're not improving just the organization's image and visibility on the ground. You're actually ensuring MSAF's brand is at the forefront and it resonates with what it stands to the public.
Up ahead, more challenges for Fiji Sevens. And Bar maintains unbeaten run.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
With head coach Gareth Baber, whose contract was extended by FRU yesterday, in charge, the journey to the Tokyo Olympics is even more interesting now for the Fiji Sevens side during this pandemic. Baber says preparations for the Olympics will be different considering the number of challenges they will have to endure.
There's a reality of putting a group of players together and go and take on the challenge that is now just got even more difficult, as CEO has just indicated, in the challenges that we have in the funding mechanisms, but also just generally with the way the tournaments are going to be.
The Bar football team maintained its unbeaten run in the Vodafone Premier League, beating Lautoka 2-1 at Churchill Park last night. Thanks to the win, Bar has jumped to second spot with 9 points, while Lautoka drops to fourth with 7 points on the Vodafone Premier League standing. The Man in Black had a dream start when Manasa Nawakula scored in the first minute from a penalty shot. Bar led 1-0 at half-time. Lautoka equalized in the first minute of the second half through Samuel Angavo, but Saula Wanga's goal ensured maximum points for the Bar's Ronil Kumar coached side. The Lautoka versus Bar Vodafone Premier League match had to be stopped for a while as fans in both pavilions failed to practice social distancing under the current COVID-19 restrictions.
Oh yes, we are really proud of the boys and we are really happy to get away with the 3 points. We actually came here with a mission, and this is, as I mentioned in the build-up, we take game at a time. So yes, our aim for this game was 3 points and we are really proud of the boys.
Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said his side have to learn after the champions' hopes of setting a new Premier League points record ended today. This as the side was beaten 2-1 by Arsenal, a game the champions needed to win to stand a chance to eclipse the tally of 100 points set by then champions Manchester City 2 seasons ago. 14 overseas-based netters have been named in the Fiji Pulse extended netball squad.
We would like to have players who bring in add-in value to our current national squads, and given that this is a new set of team, we would like to build and set good standards for our national team going forward.
Sunny skies and scattered cloudy mark the weather of the day, though there's a chance of a few scattered showers in the east. That's your FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. In these times of crisis, you need news you can trust. Get the facts from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital news by logging onto our website at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM,
only the classic hits.